Good evening, everyone. I'm the Director of Sales and Training for Nikken North America, and welcome to our Balanced Life, Happy Life. We do meet weekly in order to talk about a company that helps people to be more, to do more, to have more, to enjoy more, to give more, to live more. And if this is your first time joining us, you're in for a treat. We have two amazing presenters, Barb Satterwhite and Mary Bowser, both gifted women in their own right. Barb has worked many years as a registered nurse. Mary Bowser is a professor who's giving students finals this week, I believe. So she has a very busy week going on. But the two of them are going to help us understand why Nikken has such amazing products, a unique philosophy, a community that allows people to be and become their very best selves, and an income opportunity that is really quite unique. So I'm going to turn the program over to share with us tonight for our Balanced Life, Happy Life, Mary Bowser and Barb Satterwhite. Let's welcome them to the stage.
Thank you, Jeff. Mary and I are excited to be here to share our perspective on this wonderful company called Nikken and some of our experiences. So we're glad that you could join us. And I love the fact that we have a better way, and that's what we want to talk about. And this particular slide just emphasizes someone having a good time and being happy. So that's one of the premises of enjoying your work is being happy. And Nikken has this philosophy of humans being more. In fact, this is a philosophy that sets us apart from every other company. Truly, it is an amazing company, and we're going to share with you some of the highlights of it. And it's really what really I love about Nikken is it creates a space where hope, happiness, and joy thrive. So I'm going to go through some things with you. And obviously, being happy is important, but we all know there's a lot of stressors in life. In fact, all of you could identify probably with every one of these reasons for creating stress, whether it's time, money, um, family, work, time, the inability to get things done. There's just so much that stresses us out. Our health, our finances, and what we want. These are many demands, and what we want to try and focus on is how we can have a better quality of life because of our philosophy and our company. So, what we talk about a lot is the five pillars of wellness with a healthy mind, healthy body, healthy family, healthy society, and finances. And quite honestly, there's none of us that have that all in balance all the time. And it's a very, very big challenge for all of us. And so, what we love is creating that balance. And is your life in balance? In fact, pick one or two of these areas where you feel that you are most out of balance and just kind of focus on that as you listen to our whole presentation.
No. So finances usually is the one that people pick the most often. With that in mind, the compounding effect is most important to understand and to follow. Many people think that for a radical change to happen in their lives, it takes a radical event. Actually, it's quite the opposite. It's small changes consistently over time that produce radical changes in our lives. That's the compound effect that Einstein called the eighth wonder of the world. So, if you want a change in income, health, relationships, happiness, and success, begin with making small changes consistently. So, let's talk about some of those changes. Here's a sobering comparison to get us started. Here are two countries, North America, basically the US and Canada, and Japan. Look at the differences. Japan is rated #1 in the world, and US and Canada far behind. Look at the differences that the money that's spent in healthcare. Look at the life expectancy differences. The US spends 3 times the amount of money on healthcare. compared to Japan. And yet look at the prevalence of obesity, look at the amount of sickness that's on one side rather than the other. The difference is sick care versus health care. So what are the risks, the health risks that we face every day? What are the choices that we make every day? Well, we have to deal with stress, all of the different things that it causes on our lives. Poor sleep. One night's poor sleep drops your immune system incredibly. The air quality that we are breathing, both outside and in our homes, has been linked to many of those conditions that we talk about. And the water quality, both bottled water as well as what's in the systems, has been found to be not the best. Malnutrition, we have obesity rates, even though malnutrition rates highest. And part of that is the obesity. We're not getting the right nutrition in the food that we eat. And then there's electrosmog. Many of us live and work in environments where we're surrounded by Wi-Fi and all of the signals coming in and out of our phones and all the other electronic devices. So, what's the answer? Well, take personal responsibility through self-care. We can be healthy by choice and not by chance. We can choose active wellness. We can choose an active process so that we make better choices in our lives.
Well, and what's fascinating is Nikken started in 1975. So 50 years, it'll be next year that they have been in existence. And think about this. Mary just talked about Japan being the healthiest nation. Well, guess what? Nikken started within Japan. And we're all about creating an environment and creating that, what's it called, replicating nature. Okay. And so what I want to do is have you look at this brief video that kind of gives you an overview of what Nikken's all about.
Do you ever have days where everything in your life feels in balance? When your mind is clear and your body feels in tune with nature? When everyone in your family is healthy and happy? When you belong to and support a warm, loving community? When you have a stable income and no debt? Mind, body, family, society, finances. Nikken calls these 5 areas of our lives the 5 pillars of wellness. We help you cultivate balance in all 5 areas of life with the tools that build your wellness home. Because to breathe is to live, we focus on clean air. Because water is life, we focus on pure water. Because healthy food nourishes strong bodies, we focus on nutrient-dense organic ingredients. Because everyone needs restful sleep and energy to feel joyful, we focus on rest, relaxation, and magnetic support. And to keep you as youthful looking as you feel, we focus on naturally sourced marine organic skincare. Our vision is to share the 5 pillars of wellness with everyone. And we want to spread the word throughout the world. Because once you achieve a balanced lifestyle, wouldn't you want to help everyone you know to achieve the same wonderful life of active wellness? That's what we offer everyone who is part of our global wellness community. Join Nikken to build your wellness home and live a life in balance. Discover it, live it, share it.
So why a wellness home? Well, you just heard about discovering it, living it, and sharing it. Active wellness really begins in the home. So if you can create that environment for you and your family, then you are setting up a wonderful situation for a healthy lifestyle. And our goal is that every home is a wellness home. So why is that important? It's important because you're going to thrive. And what we talk about is the term biomimicry. So basically, this is a technological-oriented approach focused on putting nature's lessons into practice. So all of the product line will replicate nature and therefore create that environment. So I'm going to give you a short video about biomimicry.
In a world constantly evolving, we've found inspiration in nature's timeless solutions, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered, readily available outside our doors. This is biomimicry, the art of learning from and emulating nature's brilliance, solving our problems and creating sustainable solutions. Nature is our guide, offering forms more efficient than we ever imagined, processes ahead of cutting-edge technologies and systems refined over billions of years. The human body is a highly sophisticated biological system that has evolved to be efficient, adaptive, and resilient. Incorporating principles of biomimicry for human body functions not only leverages the efficiency and adaptability of natural systems, but also aligns with the broader goals of sustainability and environmental harmony. In a natural environment, the spring water is filtered, purified, and filled with minerals that are essential for maintaining optimal functions in our body. The emulation of these natural compositions generates an exceptional source of the ideal water that every cell in our body needs for smart hydration. The Earth's magnetic field influences organisms in many ways: navigation, finding their way, or even for communication. By using magnetic and massage stimulation, we are seeking to influence the body's natural responses to restore balance and support in our increasing stressful world. Air abundant in negative ions can be experienced as a fresh air feeling, such as the revitalizing air near waterfalls and forests. Ionization technologies enhance indoor air quality and overall wellness, bringing pure air to our home. Ceramic reflective fibers work like the sun's spectrum, bringing this comforting technology to our homes. Using energy from our bodies and the environment, these fibers gently reflect a soothing warmth, promoting a sense of well-being for less stress, restful sleep, and vital energy. Our overall approach aims to bring balance in the 5 pillars of wellness by bringing nature into your home. Together, we can make a better world where we not only survive, but thrive. And you? How do you connect with nature?
I love that because, wow, nature is so important. And when we can connect with nature wherever we are with the product line, it really has made a big difference. And it's pretty, I always say it's simple, but it's profound. And so what does a wellness home consist of? Well, what we address in the home would be the major vital areas of air, water, sleep, nutrition, and energy. We've created basically a greenhouse for your body. So you know how a plant thrives in a greenhouse when it's got the right environment? Well, it's the same concept. And wow, how profound is it that you can sleep on, walk on, use products that give your body that vital energy that it's needed. And we really are totally protecting and nourishing our body outside and inside. And it's our pathway to wellness. And it creates that environment so that we are inspiring better choices. It's pretty exciting, and we're happy that we even have access to all of this. So what I love about Nikken and their product line is they've categorized things that are pretty simple but vital. So there's 5 areas that are very vital for your health and your well-being: your air, water, sleep, nutrition, and the natural energies. And Mary alluded to how bad things are in our environment right now with air, water, how many people you know that don't sleep well, people that are really, really malnourished, and of certainly the lacking energy. So we have what we call a phenomenal compilation of wonderful ways to keep our bodies in better condition. So what I'd like to do now is obviously we know our products are amazing, but what really, really, really will help people understand is what are they doing for people as individuals. So I'm excited tonight to ask Gwen Carter to join us and share just a brief story of how these products have helped her and her family. So Gwen, are you there?
Hi. Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, great, thanks.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I just would love to share. My husband had a really bad um, bicycle accident, and it ended up having a 7-hour surgery. His hip was dislocated from his femur, so it was a compound broken fracture, the femur and the hip. So when he finished everything, they were looking to put him in rehab for 3 months, 3 to 4 months, and that he wasn't supposed to put any weight-bearing exercise, and that physical therapy would come 6 months down the road. And I said, well, could you possibly release him in my care, and I'll bring him to you for his follow-up appointments. And he had me sign, 12 papers and all this stuff, and I got to bring him home. And I tell you what, once I got him in the car, at first I thought, oh my gosh, what have I done? I just signed my life away. But it worked out great because I knew I had stuff that would really help him recover quickly, and that the first couple of months were critical, and so I just wanted to make sure I could give him everything that he needed. And so when I had him in the car, he was sitting in a Kinko seat. He was drinking Pie Mag water, and I just knew that everything would be fine. And of course, I have a big family, so they all pitched in to help. And the critical thing was I knew that he needed the sleep to recover. And so I knew we had the Kinko sleep system, and that was huge. So with the ceramic fibers, the reflective fibers and things like that, it would wick away the moisture from him, and that he would get more comfortable, and he did. The first 24 hours were crucial because he then broke out in a rash, and it was from the trauma is basically what happened. And so I had to get him into the shower, and I knew that the shower would detoxify him. And he was in there, and he said, "My gosh, I feel the nerve endings calming down." And so I got a spray bottle, and I said, well, we're going to you spray yourself anytime you feel that urge that you just can't, that it's taken over. And so he said, absolutely. So the shower was critical. And that he had this odor. I can't describe it. It was just all these different things that were in him. And so the shower just kind of like cleansed him of that. He came out smelling fresh. Now he did it they did it at the hospital, but it wasn't the same. I mean, so that was huge. And so then within a few days, I immediately started giving him whole foods, the J green signs, the lactoferrin, the BDZ, the immunity, the omegas with the men's nutritionals. So he was getting all those supplements daily, which was good. And I was giving him whole foods, really nourishing him good. And then once I got him into the living room, I had him sit on the Kinko seat and the grounding pad. So the grounding pad went over his legs, and that just made him more comfortable. It just made him more relaxed. And so, and he was able to rest very comfortably. He wasn't agitated or anything like that. But the doctor, what was so amazing is that I took him in to see the doctor after 1 month, and he was expecting Jim to come in a wheelchair, and he used a cane. That shocked him right there. He goes, well, what are you doing? And Jim goes, well, she's using a wellness home concept. And I loved it. He wouldn't buy it at all. But anyways, every month. So at the third month, he discharged him. And he paraded Jim up and down the hall and he said, "This is a unique specimen." He called it, he says, "I only see this very rare, and it's with my professional athletes." And so he says, "I want all of you to guess how old this man is." None of them came close. I was they were way off. And so he was ecstatic. And I was just beaming because I knew what this came from. This wellness home did it. It was just, and talk about total recovery. So at that day, when he discharged them, two gentlemen came in wheelchairs and were in the waiting room. And so the doctor goes, "You see those two gentlemen over there? This is their first time in. They had the surgery the same day as your husband, and they cannot even stand up." This was at 3 months. And he goes, "And I'm discharging your husband." He goes, "You must feel pretty good about yourself." I said, "Oh, yes, I think this is incredible." So it was amazing. So that's my story. And it was all these
Yeah.
products just putting him in a healthy environment. Your body thrives. And he was a perfect example of that.
Absolutely. I want to thank you, Gwen, for sharing that story, simply because it's so important for us all to hear, and to know going forward that there are a lot of solutions that Nikken has. It's not all the same. It's individually, it's how your body responds. And we know that our product line is so uniquely focused to balance our lives if we just trust it. So thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
Now we have, as I said, a product line there. It's in high demand because people are noticing the difference. You saw, what Gwen said between the way that protocol has been and what's possible when we put the body in the right environment. So our products are in high demand because people are seeking alternatives. So as customers, how do we connect with nature? Well, it's very simple. We can go online and start shopping. Very easy. There's so many categories to learn from. They're easy to check out, see what we can see, and what could be working in your life for total wellness. You can take advantage of the packs to get the best deals and invest in your future. You can start with water and then add energy and sleep, or you can do two and then the third later, or you can get all three. We have a way for you, the good, better, best, whatever works in your lifestyle. So as a customer, it's easy to make shopping choices, as we've said, and add nature's energies to your life. And check with the person who invited you to get connected to their webpage. It's also easy to upgrade to be a consultant to do the business and possibly even to become a community wellness builder, wellness home builder, and work into the vision that we have. So why would you want to make that upgrade? Why would you want to be a Nikken wellness consultant and build a business? Well, we've already noted that finances are the #1 stress across the continent. Why? Well, if you look at the slide on this quadrant, 95% of us only learned to trade time for money, either as an employee or being self-employed. You only get paid if you're at work. Now, over on the right side of this quadrant, these folks are adding value by owning a system or having an investment. It's leverage. J.P. Getty said he'd rather have 1% of people's efforts rather than 100% of his own. So to move from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant, you need MSIs, multiple sources of income, and leverage other people's time and business systems. That's what Nikken has. We can go from trading time for money to creating an income as independent of time, and that's what makes Nikken an exciting opportunity to balance the finances. We earn income in 3 fundamental ways. Retail marketing, the retail model, we can earn up to 30% profit on the work that we do. The small business model, we can earn up to 40% of profits as we enroll others on our teams. That's 40% on the activity of others. Sound like what I just talked about, where we're leveraging the work of other people. There's no cost also. There's no cost for adding people. You can add as many people as you want. That's scalability. And it comes at no cost. That's awesome. Now, the network marketing model that Nikken has, we earn 6% up to 6 generations. Now, that's for the person who wants to grow an organization and income flows up from 6 generations out. Now, this network marketing model, we grow and serve the active wellness community and earn the recurring income. This network marketing concept is awesome because we can start with a small little core group. And you see in the green, the little circle, you have your main team and your customers, but then it can grow through multiple sources of income. Remember the 3 different ways to earn. It starts when you talk to people and then just incrementally grows. They start a business and so on and so on. 6% up to 6 generations is what you can earn. And so many people can be affected. Consider that people that we don't even know can be affected just because we talked to one person. That's awesome. Now, this concept is explained a little bit more with this model. If you can remember this one, we can count the seeds in an apple, but we never know how many apples can come from one seed. So what's the one seed that you're planting today? With Nikken, it is so easy to share. Just like Amazon, we have a platform online. And like Uber, we're independent contractors. With Nikken's online platform and social media tools, it's easier than ever to communicate and share and grow. Simple and straightforward.
And what I love about it is you can do this virtually anywhere. Certainly with all of the apps and the phone that we have, your computers, what have you. And what's really fun right now, do you feel good every day? Well, if you go to the webpage for whoever invited you, you can take a quiz and I'll just show you where you are in the health arena and how good you can feel. And then if you want to approach it and improve that, you can check on some of the education there. And what I love is, like I said, you can do this anywhere. In fact, I was introduced 29 years ago this month, and I was able to go home to my dad in Canada several times a year, and I could do Nikken wherever I was. So I love that independence. I love that freedom, basically. I could never have done that with nursing. I couldn't have traveled like I did. So, and actually I'm at my cottage right now and I can do this from wherever I am. So you really have a wonderful turnkey operation that you can do anywhere. So how do you share this act of wellness to prosper? Basically, it's so simple. You join Nikken because you love, you start with a product or a commitment that you want to, enjoy the Nikken products. You want extra cash or bonuses, you can do that by sharing. And you promote. You love what you have. You create your own wellness environment and your wellness home, and you share that with others. And then you invite people that want to join you. And some people may just want to be customers, which is perfectly fine, or they may want to join you in partnership. And what I love about Nikken is they do all the tough stuff. They do all the inventory, they do the research and development, they do the shipping, they handle all the taxes. It's an amazing, amazing company. And all we have to do is share. And by sharing, we get the rewards, whether it's in retail income, as Mary mentioned, or incentives. So it's really a fun environment. So we call it collaborative entrepreneurship because we really work together. It's the perfect gig. Think about all of the products that you just heard about and or the stories. what if you had something like that that was so valuable and so needed and low cost of entry? You have it's easy to integrate into your life, therefore easy to share. It's a turnkey entrepreneurship system. You have the leadership development plan and the high rewards and potential. Just tracking your time and money. You're not just doing that. You are traveling the world. You're doing all kinds of things. So it's really the perfect gig. And we're not alone. So you're growing our global wellness community. If you choose to want to join the community and help it expand and more people benefit, then you've got help all along the way. We love, love, love that no matter what you're doing, you can connect with any one of us. You get the resources, you have all the people and all of the support you need. So basically, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself.
Well, one of the things that I like about the business is you could even leverage what we're doing tonight. You can invite someone to this presentation and leverage it. But I'd like to take a moment right now and introduce you to one of our platinum leaders, who's absolutely awesome. Coming from the corporate world and into Nikken, Yoko Tsuye. Could you tell us your business story?
Well, I actually started 20 years ago this month, Barb. This is a great month for anyone that understands business because it's a great opportunity to get what I consider is a tax benefit because I entered a brand new business and I had some products and I had some that I invested into that was part of just making the investment into any business. So I think let me just get back and give you an idea of how I started. I caretook my parents over a 12-year period. First, my uncle passed, then my dad, and then my mom. And in that process, my sister and I realized there has to be more to wellness other than I call it sick care, because they basically was sick care. And we made that realization very, very quickly and took them all off of everything that was sick care, and they actually existed 2 to 12 years more because they went into nature with natural foods and better sleep. And so we looked for something. They said, there has to be something out there. And then I ran into Nikken. My sister purchased a water pack and sleep pack. I watched in the first couple of weeks, my sister's telling me, gee, my back's feeling better. And her husband's interjects and says, I had the best sleep I've ever had in my life. So I said, there's something going on. So I invested in the same thing. So I found out from my investment that I had dry skin, dry hair, dry everything for almost 20, 30 years because they extracted my thyroids. So all I could tell you is I noticed my skin was not flaking only after a couple of months. So I said, there's something, this has never happened in the last 20, 30 years. So there's something, no question. All of the products, I could tell you in my 20 years, they have a benefit and they work. It's just a matter of time and combinations that you have to work with as you work with others. And the most important thing for me is because of my 40 years of corporate America, I realized there's more to this than just a product. There's got to be something happening because people are too happy. And then I'm finding out that people are basically doing a business. And that's when I made my investment in December and with my tax benefits, then also the write-offs, and then also the fact that I can also do this for thousands of people. I said, people have to know about this. I mean, I've never seen a platform where people can benefit and get patented products and also benefit others with the fact of having a healthy body, a mind, family, society, and finance. Where can you find all of the essentials in what you need in life? So my first goals were, of course, family and mind, because it would give us I call it the healthy mind to be able to be in an environment now that I knew that was nature-based. Anything that's nature has to exist because this is how we came about as being, as plants, as animals. This is how all of us evolved. So all I can say is make a choice one day, decide what you'd like to do with your life. This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. I love it. I am in the incentive program. I've been fortunate to travel and have some wonderful, wonderful experiences with wonderful people, not only in Nikken, but within the, different communities. So come out and check it out. We're here to support you. And all I can tell you is Nikken is to me, one of the best kept secrets. Thank you.
Thank you, Yoko. And I know one of the things that is a big difference between what you found in the corporate world and what we have in Nikken is the lack of ceilings. You can earn as much as the work you put in. You're not limited by a position, or you're not limited by the person above you. And that's the awesome, awesome part. Well, I do want to say that remember we talked about the comparison with Japan, and Barb talked about where we started. Well, we did start in Japan in 1975. And so 50 years ago, we started there, and we came to North America in 1989. So we've been here in the North American continent for 35 years. Since then, 2 million people have begun balancing their Nikken or their lives with Nikken technologies and wellness homes. And that created over $4 billion in sales, at least 50% of which went to the Nikken consultants, so that we're doing the work. So, but look at that 1.25%, that's the penetration in the market that we had with all of that work. So we have a lot of time ahead of us. We keep looking ahead. We keep looking forward. So what does that represent? Well, when we look at where we are right now, 87% of us are boomers, 1% are millennials, and 12% are Gen Xers. So we have a lot more people that can join the Nikken consultant group. And if we're going to make every home a wellness home, there's possibilities galore. 160 million is a great goal. And what's going to happen as we add more Gen Xers? What happens when we get 5% market share, 5% penetration, into that marketplace? What would happen with 15% market penetration? How many $billion with the opportunity of a lifetime? Is this opportunity really going to net for the people that are involved? The good quotation is written at the bottom. The opportunity of a lifetime is only as good as the lifetime of the opportunity. We have a 35-year legacy, but we've got so much more ahead of us. Folks, let's go.
Well, and like Mary had, whoops.
Go ahead.
What Mary had said previously is that you can enter the Nikken world many ways. You can be a wonderful customer and be happy doing that. That's the main thing, is that you're happy. And if you want to upgrade and become a consultant and be a wellness enthusiast, then you can even get into your own business and help yourself in more ways. So, and also, if you want to be a community builder, then we build teams of people so that we can reach more and more people and therefore benefit. So many ways you can enter. The other thing is that about, just before we go to brand night, I just wanted to say the main thing is that you're happy, okay? Happiness is critical. So no matter what role you play or enter, you're happy. And I love, there's a book called The Happiness Advantage and by Sean Akers. And my favorite quote is, most people think when you're successful, you're going to be happy. Guys, it's the other way around. When you're happy, you'll be successful. So enjoy what you're doing. And you're at the right place at the right time right now, especially with the market penetration that Mary talked about and our opportunities. So we want to just share with you that also on Wednesday nights, we have what we call brand night. This is at 8 o'clock every week, and we go specifically over a specific product and therefore delve into that and get more information. So it's an educational night that you can join us. And then on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock, we have what we call an invitational business opportunity. And the person that invited you can get you lined up with that, should that be your interest. So what I just want to conclude with is that, do you feel good every day? It's so important that you feel good. And I love, just through the groundbreaking natural energy products and our empowering business opportunity, we really guide wellness enthusiasts to break free from that conventional life and rediscover the nature's revitalizing power, unlocking your potential for a thriving, purpose-filled life. And we have a community that is unparalleled in terms of their purpose, in terms of their support. And I just can't say enough about the community that we have. So we're really excited that you joined us, and we'd love to have you join our community. And it's back to you, Jeff.
Barb and Mary, thank you so much for presenting the presentation, Balanced Life, Happy Life tonight. And also Gwen and Yoko, thank you for sharing your testimonies. As Barb mentioned, there are a lot of activities that happen throughout the week that provide people with additional information. And we do have a special event this Saturday. We are presenting Happy Healthy Holidays. It is a Zoom that's being broadcast all across North America. It's a chance to discover new ideas for creating more balance in your life. It's a short program. It'll be about 50 minutes, focusing on some great ideas, primarily Nikken's products and technologies. So if you have someone that you'd like to introduce to Nikken and help them understand how they can use our products to live a healthier, happier life, not just during the holiday season, but all year round. This is a great opportunity. It is customer and new prospect or new consultant focus. So if you're ready to discover some new things about Nikken, join us. It's at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 Eastern. That's this Saturday, and you can register. There are links in Telegram and WhatsApp. You can also share those links with members of your team, with your customers, to make sure that they are aware of this great event we have Saturday. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Have a great evening.